Hey guys, welcome to the Sospgh concert series. I'm sitting here with Skell. How you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Please introduce yourselves.
Cameron Clark, the drummer from Skell.
Mike Palone, guitar.
Mike Ekis, drums and bass.
Drums and bass. That's great. Well, Mike Ekis played bass on the SOS recording, so thank you very much for doing that. It's a great part you put on it. We're here and we're talking about what's going on and how the pandemic has affected us as musicians and the way we've gone about the last year. How has the pandemic affected you with the band?
Well, we've still been hard to practice, you know, no matter what, but I would say that any shows that we had pretty much got canceled.
Well, over the summer though, we did get to play like 6 outdoor events, Rock for Life and stuff like that, which was cool. Guys, right? Yeah, thank God for that.
Oh, they were all outdoors.
So a couple summer shows outdoors.
Yeah.
What do you miss most about playing live shows?
Just the energy. Yeah, just the energy and, you know, feedback from the crowd and just getting that excitement, that adrenaline rush when you first come out. It's just no other feeling like that, you know.
For me, it's loadout. Absolutely.
Loadout.
I can't go to bed without a good loadout. You know?
You guys are bringing in a lot of equipment too, so it isn't a simple loadout for you guys. What got you into music? What got you playing?
So, I mean, I grew up being a huge rock fan between my stepdad and my father. My stepdad was a huge Alice Cooper fan.
Okay.
And my dad, you know, Guns N' Roses, Led Zeppelin, you know, you can name it, Black Sabbath, you know, you can name all the bands.
We got the memo,
but
obviously.
Honestly, I always loved playing, and I used to tap in school all the time, and the teachers would be like, you need to get this kid in some drum lessons or do something because he's tapping way too much. So, you know, I got some drum lessons. Started when I was, 11 years old, and about 17, I actually started playing with an Alice Cooper tribute band. My stepdad used to go out to see him all the time, and since he was such a Coop fan, and he was like, they were looking for a drummer, and he was like, hey, my son's 17, he's young, can't get in a bar yet, but, you know, and give him a whack, and they were probably like, no, that's never going to happen. I looked like I was like 12 years old at the time. Yeah. So went in and blew him away after like the second audition, and ever since then I've been playing in bars and sticking with drums and rocking on, you know.
Cool. Mike?
For me, my dad played guitar. And I have memories from when I was really young, him strumming away. And I had finally gotten a guitar and I didn't know how to play it at all. And then in 7th grade, they had this thing called Guitar Club. It was after school. And they showed you how to tune up the instrument. They showed you a couple of chords. Boom, off to the races. Before that program was over, I ended up sort of co-teaching. You know, I had all the will and the drive. I just needed a little bit of guidance and boom, hit the road running. I remember when I graduated high school, I remember my last day of school, I was like, that's it, professional musician right now from day on. And I've done the whole thing ever since that way, except without the professional part.
Yeah, there's a lot of us in the same boat, yeah, for sure. Mike?
Well, I heard Frampton Comes Alive, and I said, I need to play guitar.
Yeah.
So my parents said, okay, we'll buy you an acoustic guitar. So I tried to do what Peter Frampton did on an acoustic guitar. I said, this isn't for me. So my buddy played bass, and I heard him play, and I went, teach me something. He goes, I'll teach you Dazed and Confused. And I went, okay. And I sat there for like an hour in his bedroom and just kept playing it over and over again. And I went, this is it. I'm a bass player.
That's great. I mean, well, those guitar players, you know, they get to hide their mistakes with all the pedals and the sounds and stuff that go over top of it, so you just went straight to the bass, right? No hiding anything.
Now I got
With the off time, recording wise, have you been writing more songs? You've been recording more?
Been working with Rob Diener from V6, and we recorded at the Vault. We're in the middle of a release right now, and if you know our band Skell, we do everything slow, nothing happens fast. We're very methodical, no stone unturned. But on top of that, we have like 20 half originals at the rehearsal hall that we're all working on, but our brain is only halfway focused on that right now because we're really thinking about the recording, but we're hoping to try to write that one extra song that can make the record at the very end. Yeah. You know, that maybe to just round everything off. You're always in search of a song that's going to do something for us to help complete the project that we're currently on. So we'll see if it happens.
I mean, right? I love the writing part is great.
Well, I played on this like benefit song. I did that.
You did that?
Yeah.
It's pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Save Our Stages.
And you know what? That bass line at the end of that song, where we put the second bass line over top of it, is the hook of this whole series. I don't know if you've checked out all the things and stuff like that, but the music in that background, dude, is that bass line.
Oh, cool.
That you're doing. So,
You're like the Seinfeld.
Yeah, man. It's like the Seinfeld.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I've been writing stuff and actually working on some techniques that I've been really trying to get into my playing, spending a lot of time really focusing on that.
So I did not put two and two together for a long time there. You guys were Whiskey High.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that Skell was the same band. It seems like Whiskey High compared to Skell is not the same to me, music wise.
Well,
where'd you make that jump?
Meet the Beatles is not the same as Sgt. Pepper. You know, I mean, there's sometimes there's growth, there's normal growth, natural things. Our band just sort of went. We knew the times were changing, and we were changing as people, and we needed a change. We were Whiskey High, and then that band changed its name to Skell. Then there were some personnel changes, you know, and then that's when I was doing the recordings at my own little home studio I had.
Okay.
And I knew I took it as far as I could take it, and that's when I reached out to Rob Diener. So
why did we talk to Rob about this?
Huh?
Why did we talk to Rob about this?
Well, we had to talk to Rob about it.
Oh, that's right. Oh, because he knew more than us.
Gotcha. He always knows more than us, yes.
Okay, after this is all over, we're going to get back to playing again, and things are going to get back to normal and stuff. I've been asking everybody if there was one thing that we could change in the Pittsburgh music scene that would make the whole scene better, not just your genre of music or not just mine or someone else's. What would make the whole music scene in Pittsburgh? Is there anything that you could think of that would be helpful?
Yes.
What would it be?
More clubs.
More clubs?
Definitely more clubs in the city. You know, there used to be so many places to play, and now, I mean, you know, you think about it, there's a few, but not like there used to be.
Yeah. More people just wanting to see live music, you know, instead of getting away from the club and dancing and the DJ and all that stuff. It just seems like sometimes the live music itself doesn't get appreciated enough. So just people wanting to come out and, you know, live that up a little bit and appreciate some bands with their hard work they put into the music and stuff like that. And I think that's really important as well.
That would be nice, yeah.
I think some responsibility lies upon the artist. I mean, realistically, we're all local bands for a reason, because we haven't written the songs we need to write yet to take us to the next place. And I think that's the vehicle that would help this town, because you look at a town like Seattle as just a conversation piece, you know? They had all those bands in the 90s, but they all wrote these songs that, you know, changed the world. Pittsburgh is doing well, and I have high hopes for us. And I'm excited when someone comes out and writes the song that's going to change the world.
I mean, there's a lot of talented people that come out of Pittsburgh, and they're working in Nashville, and they're working in other big cities, New York and California, and also people who do video work and things like that. They live in Pittsburgh, and they go out of town to do their work. And I would just like to see this city become more of a music town. So, tell me about your recording that you're making right now. When do you think it'll be released?
We don't know yet. Like I said, we do everything slow. We started it a while back, then the pandemic hit. And then also, Rob moved studios. He used to be downtown. Now he's in this beautiful room here, B6. There's the plug for you, Rob. Right on.
plug.
We love Vault Studios.
No, but things work out for a reason. Things are getting better. The audio is fantastic, and the production and our producer is doing a great job, and we're happy about it. So my answer is, it'll come out when it's done. You know, I hate to not give you a more specific answer.
No, that's all right. I mean, you're concentrating on making it the best it can be, and you know, that's admirable for sure.
Doing our best, yeah.
Yeah.
We are Skell,
and this is
the SOSPGH concert series.